Welcome to Food Scrap Recycling 101 with Compost Crew. As a mission-based company, our goal is to empower our community with the tools and knowledge necessary to turn food scraps into nutrient-rich compost for gardens and farms. You sort the food scraps, and we do the dirty work. But what is composting anyway? Composting is the natural process of recycling organic matter, including food scraps, yard waste, wood chips, and leaves. Tiny microorganisms break down and decompose the material and generate heat, which speeds up the decomposition process. In order for a compost pile to successfully turn food scraps into finished compost, a number of factors must be present and monitored, including moisture content, temperature, aeration, and carbon to nitrogen ratio. A nitrogen source, such as food scraps, is mixed with a carbon source, such as leaves, wood chips, and even overs, or sifted out material from finished compost. There are a number of different composting methods that can be used at different scales. Compost Crew utilizes a decentralized, on-farm composting system that can process more than a backyard or community compost pile could. The important thing to remember is that certain materials are not compostable at all, while other materials can only be composted in larger industrial composting settings. This is because some materials take more time to break down, require higher temperatures, require additional steps for breaking down, or have the potential to attract pests in certain settings. So, how do you decipher what can go in your bucket when composting with Compost Crew? We're here to help. Compost Crew accepts most organic materials, including food scraps, flowers, untreated yard waste, cooked food, meat, dairy, and bones, coffee, paper towels, and even hair and nails. Check out our page at the link in the description for the full list of things we accept. What can't you compost? Anything non-organic should not be placed in a compost bin. This includes materials like plastic and metals. However, there are some materials that often cause confusion. Here are the top 4 materials that we've noticed cause the most confusion. Clothing and dryer lint. Although some clothing is made with organic materials, such as cotton, most contain synthetic fibers that are not compostable. When we wash our clothes, dryer lint often becomes contaminated with microplastic filaments. Wax and plastic-lined paper products. Most ice cream and milk packaging comes in paper products dipped in a plastic or wax lining that prevents it from being compostable. You can often identify these products by their glossy appearance. Pet waste. Pet waste can contain toxins and parasites that are unsafe to use in compost that will be used for vegetation. Produce packaging. We often forget to remove the sticker or rubber band from our produce before putting it in a compost bin. But, because these items are so small, they can be difficult to catch during the decontamination process. Produce stickers contain plastic, so be sure to peel them off your produce before composting. If you aren't sure whether something is or isn't compostable, check out our extensive do's and don'ts list on our website. Don't see the item in question? Reach out to compost@thecompostcrew.com via email for answers. Happy composting!